Hello there, boys and girls, and welcome to another one of Teacher Donald's Grammar Review videos. With me, Teacher Donald. In this video, we'll be talking about relative clauses where we use words like who, which, where, and that to give more information in a sentence. And we'll also talk about possessive case near the end. So are you ready? Let's get started. First, let's look at the vocabulary in Unit 9, Let's Communicate. And we can start by playing What is it? I'll show you a picture and you have to tell me what it is. Take a look at the first one. What is it? Once you know the answer, say it out loud. What is it? Do you know the answer? It's a game console. Say it after me. A game console. How about this one? What is it? Actually, this one should be what are they because it's plural. So, what are they? These are wires. Say it after me. Wires. Okay, what is it? Say the answer out loud. It's a cell phone. Say it after me. A cell phone. What is it? This one, you could call it a cell phone, but there's a better answer. Did you say a smartphone? Good job. Say it after me. A smartphone. Wait, this is not one thing about communication. What is this? One of my favorite animals. This is a platypus. Say it after me. A platypus. Okay, let's get back to work. What is it? You can listen to music on it. This is an MP3 player. Say it after me. An MP3 player. Let's keep it going. What is it? If you know it, say it out loud. This is a laptop. A computer you can carry around with you. Some people might call it a notebook as well, but say the word after me. A laptop. Wait, this isn't something about communication. What is it? Do you know the answer? This is a quokka, a very cute animal. Say it after me. A quokka. Bye-bye, Mr. Quokka. All right, back to work. What is it? This is what Unit 9 is all about. This is communication. Say it after me. Communication. All right, I think we have one more. This helps us with communication, so we can talk to people all over the world. This is a satellite. Say it after me. A satellite. Oh, we have another one. Oh, right. You did a good job. Okay, we'll say the words one more time. Ready? Let's go. A cell phone. Communication. A laptop. A game console. An MP3 player. A satellite. A smartphone. Wires. Now let's get into the grammar relative clauses. So we use relative clauses if we are adding more information about people And if we're adding more information about people, we need to start the relative clause with who. If we're adding more information about things, we'll start the relative clause with which. And if we're talking about a place, we will start the relative clause with where. So, relative clauses help us when we give more information about people, like he is a student. But if we want to give more information about the student, we'll start the relative clause by using who. He is a student who always listens in class. And if we're giving more information about things, we could say an orange is a fruit. That sentence is okay, but if you want to say more, give more information, we'll use which to start the relative clause. An orange is a fruit which has vitamin C. So it's very healthy for you. And if we're going to give more information about places, we could say this is a park. Okay, that's kind of a boring sentence. How can we give more information? Well, we could say a lot of things about the park, but we'd have to start the relative clause with where. This is a park where you can play baseball. Sounds like fun. So, what's the rule? If we're talking about people and we want to give more information, we can use who, but we can also use that. Same thing with things. We can use which, but we can also use that. But here's the tricky part. With places, we cannot use that. We'll only use that instead of who or which. Now let's play Pick One. This first sentence is about Alexander Graham Bell. Now, go ahead, pick one. Would you use who, which, or where to finish this sentence about Alexander Graham Bell? We're giving more information about Alexander Graham Bell, so should we start that relative clause with who, which, or where? Hopefully you know by now that because we're talking about Alexander Graham Bell, a very famous person, we should use who. Alexander Graham Bell is the man who invented the telephone. Now let's talk about Pac-Man. So here's a sentence about Pac-Man. Should we start this relative clause with who, which, or where? So Pac-Man is a thing, not a person or a place, so we should use which. We could also use that. Pac-Man was a game which was played on the Atari game console. You still might be able to find this game somewhere, but Ataris are pretty much gone now. They are obsolete. Now let's talk about data and library. So take a look at this sentence. Should we use who, which, or where? For this sentence, because library is a place, we should use where. The library is where you can find awesome books to read for free. Maybe books about Alexander Graham Bell or Pac-Man. Good job. So remember this rule. If we're talking about people, we can use who or that when we're giving more information. If we're talking about things, we can use which or that when we're giving more information. And for places, we can only use where. So be careful with this tricky rule. Now we're going to play Kick Out. I'm going to show you some sentences, and you have to tell me which ones we should kick out. Take a look at these three sentences. Maybe we have to kick out one, kick out two. Which ones would you kick out? He is the teacher who likes to read. He is the teacher that likes to read. He is the teacher which likes to read. Which one should we kick out? It's that bottom one, because we can use who or that when we're giving more information about a person. And yes, teachers are people. So take a look at this group of sentences. Which one or which ones should we kick out? We should kick out that one. We're not going to use where. A car is a machine that has four wheels. That's fine because a car is a thing. We can use that. A car is a machine which has four wheels. So we can also use which or that because a car is a thing. Take a look at these sentences. Which one or which ones would you kick out? We should kick out the middle one. We shouldn't use which because we're talking about a person. I am the one that broke your pencil. Okay, because we're talking about a person. I am the one who broke your pencil. Ha ha ha. Both of those are okay, but we can't use which. All right, take a look at these. Which one or which ones should we kick out? We have to kick out those bottom ones. We can only use where because we're talking about a place, a country. That's the country where kangaroos live. Take a look at these sentences. Which ones should we kick out? Or which one? I'm not going to tell you. The top one, the middle one, or the bottom one? We should kick out the top and the bottom one. We can only use where if we're giving more information about a place. This is the park where I play every day. How about these sentences? Take a close look. Which one or which ones should we kick out? We should kick out the top one. Stan Lee is the one who created Marvel Comics. Or Stan Lee is the one that created Marvel Comics. Stan Lee's a person. Sadly, he passed away, but he did inspire a lot of people with his comics. Good job. Now let's talk about how do we talk about possessions. Possessions are things that we own, whether it's a car, pencils, notebooks, or a cell phone. So when we're asking about possessions, the question will always start with whose. So the possession in this example is a violin. So whose violin is it? We could say it this way. It's Donald's violin. That's one way to talk about possessions. We can also say it's his violin. So we use his, the possessive pronoun his, followed by the noun that we're talking about, the violin. It's his violin. But there's a third way that we need to focus on where we can kind of flip, where we start with the noun or the possession, then we use the possessive case at the end. The violin is his. So this third level of possessive, or talking about possessions, is what we're going to focus on in this unit. So if we're talking about ourselves, we can say my cell phone, or we could say the cell phone is mine. You, we can use your followed by the noun, or if we put the possessive case at the end, it would be yours. He, his, and this can be confusing. His again. She, if we're talking about a girl, that is her cell phone, or that cell phone is hers. It, we can say its, but we don't use this third level of possessive case with it. We can say that we have a game console, that is our game console, or that game console is ours. They have a game console, so that game console, or that is their game console. And then the third one would be that game console is theirs. So what we're going to do now is you are going to try and say it another way using that third level of possessive case. So can you say this another way? That is my smartphone. Just by rearranging the noun, putting the noun near the beginning, and then by changing the possessive case my to something else, can you say this another way so that it means the same thing? That is my smartphone can also be, say it another way. That smartphone is mine. Let's try another one. Say it another way. That is her MP3 player. What do you think? How can you say it another way? We just flip it around a little bit. That MP3 player is hers. How about this one? Say it another way. That is his laptop. You could also say it this way. That laptop is his. Try this one. That is their game console. Can you say it another way? That game console is theirs. Okay, say it another way. That is our pet tiger. Can you say it another way? That pet tiger is ours. Aw, so adorable. Good job. Now I hope you were listening because now it's time for quiz time. I'm going to show you a question or you have to finish a sentence using A or B. Take a look at the first one. Donald is the one, blank, teaches grammar. Should we use A or B to finish this sentence? The correct answer is A, because we're talking about Donald, a person. Donald is the one who teaches grammar. How about this one? Would you use A or B? This one should be B. Canada is the country where Donald grew up. How about this one? A or B? The answer is B. Pineapples are fruit which grow on the ground. We could also use that because pineapples are things. How about this one? A or B? The correct answer is B. People who exercise daily are happy. That's science. Take a look at this next one. Would we use A or B? So take a look. Should it be A or B? The answer is A. So instead of who, we can also use that. So there are people that eat only vegetables. They're called vegetarians. How about this one? A or B? Remember, we can't use that, so it's not A, it's got to be B. Taipei is the city where I live. How about this one? Possessive case. How do we start possessive case questions? A or B? The answer is A. Whose headphones are these? Take a look. So I have a question. What would the answer be? A or B? Whose books are these? There's only one little letter difference. The answer is A. They're ours. And last one. Whose pet monkey is that? The answer is B. It's yours. It's your pet monkey. Okay, good job everyone. I hope you enjoyed this grammar review video. And I will see you next time. Bye-bye.